Hey, it's Tom
And Mike,
from Take Time to Travel.
we've been in Kuala Lumpur for about a month now, and we are loving it.
But there are a few things that surprised us.
Like how friendly the local people are. We've traveled all over the world, and Kuala Lumpur has some of the nicest people we've met.
For example, just the other day, a random local person paid for our lunch when he found out we were from Canada. That's never happened to us anywhere else before.
The locals are also quick to answer any questions that you have, and we had a lot of questions when we first arrived. Like, what's nasi lemak? What's roti canai? What's a yam? What's telur? We had so many questions, and they were super patient with us, and were super kind. We really appreciated that about them.
Plus, it's a huge bonus that English is widely spoken here, because our Malay is terrible.
Another thing that we were pleasantly surprised with is how modern the city is. Kuala Lumpur has the 10th most skyscrapers in the world, including Merdeka 118, which is the second tallest building on the planet, as well as the KL Tower. That kind of reminds us of the CN Tower back home in Toronto, and the iconic Petronas Towers, which are the tallest twin towers in the world. Right below is the beautifully designed and landscaped KLCC Park, which is completely surrounded by upscale high-rises, luxury hotels, and contemporary skyscrapers.
But it's not just around the park. There are tons of stylish buildings throughout the city, many of which have spectacular rooftop pools, which are surprisingly affordable, like the building we're staying in, which only costs us less than $1,000 per month. With amenities like this, it would cost us 3 times that in Toronto.
So that leaves lots of money left over for shopping at one of the many malls here. It's actually crazy how many they have. We've never been to another city with this kind of concentration. Within walking distance from us, there's the Sunway Putra Mall, the Quill City Mall, as well as Berjaya Times Square, that has over 1,000 retail shops inside, and an indoor theme park complete with a roller coaster. Just a couple of minutes away is Lala Port Mall, and nearby there are quite a few others with high-end designer stores and boutiques, like the Exchange TRX Shopping Center, which also has a scenic 10-acre park on its roof, with many winding pathways surrounded by greenery, and a lovely city view. We've never seen a complex with a rooftop like this before.
For high-end shopping in KL, there's also the Surya KLCC Mall, which is right below the Petronas Twin Towers and beside the picturesque KLCC Park. There's also Pavilion, which has more than 700 retail outlets and restaurants, including brands like Louis Vuitton, Piaget, and Patek Philippe. If you're looking for luxury brands, then Kuala Lumpur has them all.
But for more budget-friendly options, KL has that too, like at the Petaling Street Market, where you can find knockoffs for cheap. But there are budget-friendly clothing options all over the city.
I just got these shirts for $7.50 US each at Good To You concept stores. What a deal. This surprised us, selling winter coats, but I guess that's why they're on sale.
Kuala Lumpur also has tasty and surprisingly cheap street food. Here, you can get a meal for under $3 US. We didn't really know any local dishes when we arrived, but we've come to especially love roti canai and the national dish of Malaysia, nasi lemak. Although, there's food options in every range, and you can spend hundreds of dollars on a meal here if you want as well.
What really shocked us was finding a Tim Hortons in Kuala Lumpur. It's the most popular coffee and donut shop in all of Canada, and we can get a double-double here. If you know, you know. Another great thing is, no matter what time it is, you can find something to eat. There are a surprising amount of eateries that are open 23 or 24 hours a day. Which is amazing, because we're not used to that back in Canada.
Now, even though the food here can be very cheap, the alcohol certainly is not. For example, if you go to a local cheap eats kind of restaurant, the beer might be 2 times the price of a normal meal, which just seems so backwards compared to in Canada.
Another thing that's very different for us is getting drinks in a bag. Now this is syrup, and it's a popular local drink, and we've got lots of ice and lemon inside there, and we don't have these back in Canada. Besides food and drink, there are a lot of other things that surprised us as well. Like how good the public transportation is here. There's 12 various types of rapid transit lines, like monorails, MRT, and LRT, covering almost 200 stations and more than 500 kilometers. They're light years ahead of Toronto, which really only has 3 subway lines. That being said, the traffic here in KL can be gnarly. It seems faster to walk than to drive during rush hour with the bumper-to-bumper traffic. Continuing with the car theme, we were surprised to learn that Malaysia has not one, but 2 of its own homegrown car manufacturers. One's called Perodua and the other is Proton. I can't believe the cheapest Proton is 40,000 ringgit, and that includes a year of insurance. And Perodua has one that starts at only 22,000 ringgit. We wish Canada had its own car brand.
Next, let's talk about the call to prayer, where loudspeakers across the city broadcast 5 times a day, calling Muslims to prayer. We thought that the call to prayer was only really common in the Middle East.
But I guess that's a testament to just how multicultural the city is, with Malaysian, Indian, Chinese, and other people from all around the world living peacefully together. There's vibrant neighborhoods all over the city, from Little India brickfields to the lively streets of Chinatown and the traditional Malaysian enclave of Kampung Baru. It's amazing to see all of the diversity here. Another thing that surprised us is how many cats there are here. Oh, aren't you a cutie? Oh. Come here. Look at this little baby. Oh, come here.
Don't be shy. Love me. Some are really friendly though, like this little guy we found in Chow Kit. We are really enjoying our time here in Kuala Lumpur and have learned a lot of new things about this vibrant city.
If you know of any other cool facts about KL, let us know in the comments section down below.
We'd really appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe for more Kuala Lumpur content, like our Cheap Eats video, where we'll show you some of the best budget-friendly options in the city. And remember, take time to travel. Catch you on the next one.